Today we're gonna do some mini pizzas. So, you know what? I don't have any formal training. I'm not a chef or anything like that. But you know what? I cook with fresh ingredients, none of that stuff from a can or a bottle or jar, package, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm going to try and make meals that are like under 15 bucks, under 20 minutes, other than a little bit of cooking time. And I'm not going to do any Instant Pot or air fryer, crock pot, all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cook it on the stove or in the oven because fresh is going to bring out the flavors. And once the flavors are out, it's going to taste 10 times better instead of this other stuff that just jams it and vacuum packs it all in a short period of time. Okay, so tonight we're going to do mini pizzas. I got to make a red sauce first. It's going to be quick. It's going to take 35 minutes for the cooking time, but it's going to be worth it. Let's get started. Okay, folks, so first thing we're going to do is make a red sauce. Now, what I'm doing is I'm bringing a pan up to medium heat, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, 1, 2. Sorry guys, I like to do it by hand or by eye, but cook around the spoon. Okay, so it's not ready yet, but all these ingredients, I got onion, 3/4 of a cup. I got garlic. I got about 3 good sized cloves. And that one doesn't need to be in there. I got chili flakes just because I like to kick it up a little bit. I got some oregano and some basil, and I got some white wine. A lot of the stuff I use, well, everything I use is fresh. Okay? And a lot of times people go to the store and they think, oh, it's going to be more expensive, it's going to be huge money or whatever. It's not. Okay? It's better than the canned stuff. Okay? Because I've seen some people that use canned green beans. Who does that? Canned green beans. Like, I don't know. You want green beans? Get fresh green beans. Cut the ends off, steam them, saute them, however you want to do them. You know what? Here's a quick tip. You put them in a big bowl with about, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon of water. You put a cover over top in the microwave for like 2 minutes and they're done. And they're done. Don't take and use the stuff and, you know, you open a can, you dump it into a pot, you bring it up to like boiling, and then you lower it to medium heat, and that's just gross. Okay? They look gross when they come out. They're not even the right color. You know, they've been sitting in a can and packed in whatever juice or water for God knows how long. And you're going to dump the whole thing in a pot and cook it and serve it. No, don't do that. Just get fresh. Stuff that I can't get fresh. Like San Marzano tomatoes, which I'm going to use in this. And they're right here. Okay? But not yet. And those San Marzano tomatoes, I know there's some places they're like $4.99, $5.99, $6.99, a little bit more expensive, but in some of the less expensive grocery stores, you can get them for like $3.99, sometimes $2.99, and the kind you get is, I think it's called a Lessie, and it's got like a black label on it and a picture of a plum tomato. Those are the kind to get if you can get them. Okay? Other than that, they have some other makes that's like San Marzano tomatoes. Those are okay. They're plum tomatoes in the juice. And that's what you're going to do, is get them in the juice. If you can't get that, just get regular plum tomatoes in the juice. Okay? So, we're going to add some onions right now, because this is ready. Okay? And the onions, all you want to do is saute them till they're translucent. You know, like, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes. Okay? So, just don't get the stuff that's pre-done. Like, it's awful. It's gross. And the garlic, you put it in, and if you're not careful, the garlic's gonna burn. One way to stop the garlic from burning is add about, I don't know, about maybe a teaspoon of water, maybe 2, depending on how much you got. That's gonna stop it from burning. Okay? So, like, these things are almost done already, these onions. Okay? And this is a quick sauce. It's a red sauce. It doesn't take that much time. Okay, so time for the garlic. Okay, put the garlic in and leave the garlic in there for like 30 to 45 seconds until it becomes fragrant. Okay, so because otherwise you're going to burn it and it's going to be bitter and it's going to taste like crap. Okay, so the next thing to put in, white wine. I got a half a cup of white wine. So I got 3/4 of a cup of onion, 3 cloves of garlic. I got a half a cup of white wine, and you're going to put it in there and bring it down till it's about half. In the meantime, well, add some chili flakes, just because I like to kick it up just a little bit. Once you reduce it about half, which doesn't take long, it only takes a minute or 2. Well, depending on how much wine you put in. But all you need for this is a half a cup. If you want to put in more, put in more. It just takes a little bit longer to reduce. Okay? So once this is reduced, everything is mixed together. Then what you do, add San Marzano tomatoes. Now, these San Marzano tomatoes, like, they're really bright red, they're rich in flavor, in color, mix everything together. Okay, and once you mix it all together, like, the taste is gonna be unbelievable. San Marzano tomatoes, I've got 2 things here. I've got a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of basil. And what you're going to do is you're going to add them in. Okay? Oregano and basil. And once those are in, just kind of mix it around till they're incorporated. And once they're incorporated, what you're going to do is add a little bit of salt. Now, I got this salt in a little thing here, and you need about a teaspoon of salt. This is kosher salt. You can use sea salt. If you use the other type of table salt, it's not going to get it where it needs to be. Okay? Because you need to bring out the flavors of the tomatoes and everything else. So, take a little teaspoon instrument and put it over, I don't know, a plate or a bowl or something, and then put your hand in and do it over a teaspoon so you know exactly what you're grabbing. Okay? So, There's a teaspoon of salt and cracked black pepper. Try not to add, I mean, if that's all you got, add the powdered stuff. But you know what? Most of you have one of these grinders, which a lot of people think, they're a pain in the ass. You gotta get peppercorns and this and that. You know what? The flavor's way better. Vegetables, meats, whatever it is, it just brings out the flavor better. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this up to a simmer, and we're gonna let it simmer for about 35 to 45 minutes. Then what we're gonna do is come back and assemble. And we're gonna do some mini pizzas. This is the base sauce for the mini pizzas. I know it takes a few minutes to cook, well, 35 to 45 minutes. Okay? It's gonna get a little bit thick, but you put it on and the flavor is intense. Okay? It's way better than, well, you know what? If you're sitting there on a Friday night like tonight and you order pizza, what's it gonna take? It's gonna take like 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, if they're backed up, maybe an hour, could be more. And you're gonna get it, it's gonna be like warm, cold. It's not gonna be hot. It's not gonna be the way you want it. So, if you're sitting there and it's like, okay, Friday night's movie night, and you're watching something on Netflix, YouTube, whatever, make the sauce, then you're gonna make the pizzas that I'm gonna show you, and you can do it in the comfort of your own home. Have a drink, relax, you worked all week, take your time, okay? Because this isn't going anywhere. All it's gonna do is get better, okay? When we come back, we're gonna do the pizzas. Okay, folks, sauce is ready. It's been about 40 minutes, and I got a couple things in front of me here. So, number one, this is mozzarella cheese. And this mozzarella cheese comes like in a ball. Okay? And you got this grater here. It's got big holes. That's to grate this. Then it's got smaller holes on the sides. And it's got some other things here which I haven't quite figured out yet. But anyways. If you don't have one of those, get one. They're cheap. They're not expensive. And you got grated mozzarella cheese. Don't get all this stuff. Well, I guess you can. You know, in the package that's grated and whatever. And it's also got the small holes. Now, I use a different type of grater. Kind of works as a zester, a grater, whatever. But, anyways, you've got these small holes here. So, this is pecorino cheese. Okay, I like to use pecorino because it's got that little bit of extra bite. Okay, you can use Parmesan if you want. But this comes in like a ball. Okay, it's like, I don't know, $6 at the grocery store. This is a little bit more, but you're not going to use it all right away. Because when you grate it, it takes a while to get, you know, all the use out of it. And the rinds, the part on the back, they got to be stamped. If they're not stamped, don't bother. And the rinds, when you get down to the rinds, keep the rinds. Because you can put them in tomato sauce, marinara sauce, whatever. And what they do is they lend flavor to all that tomato sauce. And you can just take it out. And they look kind of like lamp and all that kind of stuff. And then throw it away. But you can use those, so keep them. Put them in the freezer, whatever. And you can keep them. But pecorino cheese, Parmesan cheese. They come in like these triangular things. Tristelli makes some good stuff. And you grate it, and it doesn't disappear. It lasts a while. So, instead of that stuff, you know, in that cardboard can kind of thing, and, you know, plastic jug and all this kind of stuff, don't use that stuff. You know, the stuff that's already got is there. It's just not. It's not the same. Okay, so some things might cost you a little bit more, but they last longer and give you a better taste. Okay, I've pre-oiled. I got like kind of like pita bread here. I pre-oiled it. The oven's preheated at 450. So all you're going to need to do is put it in at 450 for about, I don't know, 15 minutes. And this stuff here, the sauce, all you want to do, put it in the middle and then make a circle of it. Okay, so once you make a circle of it, then you can add the extra toppings on it. Okay, so next thing, mozzarella cheese, which is referred to and known as the glue. Okay, this keeps everything in place, believe it or not. Okay, so put the mozzarella cheese on. Okay, the next thing you want to do, add the toppings. Now, I've got, well, I don't know, I've only got like a couple pieces of Genoa here because I had them left over on this one. And then you can put the mushrooms on both and the peppers on both. I'm just going with what I had left here because I haven't gone to the grocery store. You got red onions, on both. Thank God the grocery store is closed. And I got some jalapeno pepper here just to kick it up a little. Put it in the oven, like I said, 15 minutes till it's done. Okay, because like I said, I mean, you're gonna wait half an hour, 45 minutes anyways for a pizza. Okay guys, folks, by the way, the beer on the table was a buddy of mine. He left it there and I didn't want to get up and remove it. So, anyways, pizza's ready. Was in the oven for 15 minutes. Ready to go. And it's hot. It's got all your own ingredients. I mean, you can add whatever you want on top. I mean, if you want to add anchovies, if you want to add sardines, if you want to add whatever you want to add on top, add on top. It's your pizza, it's your toppings. So, better than waiting for the guy to deliver it for like 45 minutes to an hour and it's cold or warm. I hate that. You know, then you got to put it back in the oven and heat it up. And it's just not the same. It's just, it's gross. So, you know what? Make your own. Doesn't take that long. I know it took like 35 minutes for the sauce, but once the sauce is done, bang, put it on the pizza, put the toppings on, put it in the oven for 15 minutes, and it's done. And oh, it's cheesy. The sauce, it's got a lot of body to it. Better than the crappy pizza sauce they use. And it's hot as hell. Oh, you might let it cool down for a minute or so, but you know what, guys? Make all the stuff. This is fresh. I mean, you got the pizzas that are like, or the pitas that are like a couple bucks. You got the ingredients that's like $4 or $5. San Marzano tomatoes, you're like $4. Okay, so you're under $15, and it's better than spending $25, $30, $35 on a pizza to get the toppings, because they charge you for all these extra toppings. Just add what you want. Half the stuff you probably have anyways, either in the fridge or the pantry. So make the pizza the way you want it. Okay? Make it on your own, and you don't have to leave the comfort of your house. You don't have to leave whatever the hell it is you're doing. And just relax, especially on a Friday night. You know, start at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it's done by, well, see, there you go. 20 after 6, it's all done. And after that, you just relax. Cheers, by the way. Now, had to take another bite. But this beats any type of quick cook method. Never mind the frozen shit. Never mind the air fryers and crock pots and instant pots and all that kind of nonsense. Because it doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, okay, so it's quick, like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, boom, 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 it's done. Well, you know what? I'm sure for a better flavor, you can wait half an hour. Okay? Like, who wants to rush home, throw and slop a bunch of stuff in a instant pot, a crock pot, or whatever the heck it is, throw all the stuff in. Sure, might be ready in 10 minutes, but it tastes like shit. It looks like shit, and who wants to eat it? No one. I'd rather wait a little bit. Okay, cook the sauce. I know it takes 35 minutes. 15 minutes after the sauce is done, 15 minutes in the oven, you're an hour. That's tops. And that's about the same time on a Friday the pizza guy is going to get to your place with shitty, warm, cold pizza. That doesn't taste any good, and the ingredients are not fresh anyways. This is fresh. This is, make it on the spot, make it the way you want it, and it's going to taste great. So, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like, and let me know what you think. And I got some other stuff coming up shortly. I've got like shepherd's pie, which is really quick, which is really kind of like cottage pie. But anyways, I'm going to show it to you. It's going to be the next one up, and you're going to enjoy it. Take care, stay safe, hit all the buttons. Take care.